advertise other usage of product. Then you have product development strategy. A new product may include improved or modified version of existing, new feature option and so on. So when companies study product, what is the issue with this product development strategy? What is? Haven't you seen some of this product? You go and buy this gadget, and you, my God, because they are so multi-purpose product, there are so many features. Again, that's another area that companies want to grow, but they do a poor job because there is a lot of users of that product, and they think having more feature on a product is going to expand the customer base, and that's not true. Have you bought anything lately that you look at all these new cell phones? It got all kinds of features, but if you honestly look, personally I don't use all these features. So you pay for a lot of features. So we're living in an environment that companies are modifying and adding all these features to the product because they want to have other usage of product. But the drawback is customers are not willing to pay the price because they're not using. So sometimes companies need to do what? They need to go back to basics. They really need to know why that product was popular in first place. It's not a good idea always to have all this feature because first of all, product becomes more complicated. Have you had a gizmo, VCR or any other stuff these days that you can run it without a manual? I mean, these things are so complicated now that you need to take a class in using some of this product because it's just, there are so many features. These new TVs, you got all this kind of other features that our product have. So you have to be careful. And that's one area companies do a very poor job because they introduce all this new feature without actually customer needing those features. Then you have customer, organizational growth from customer side. New customer might. But what companies rely more on? Customer. Like salesmen. So they're more customer based.
So companies who produce customized products instead of the manufacturing and they're producing million units, just 10 or 100 units, which is based on customer requests.
Strategy and forecasting, they look about the wide range of market for it.
Forecasting?
Yeah, television forecasting, radio forecasting.
Is it a good idea when you have this customer expansion and then you have product customer expansion? That's because it involves introducing new product and also customer. Is this a good strategy for company to go through this road without caring about what? Customer service. Give you an example. One question to you. Have you gone like to Home Depot or Lowe's and you go trying to buy a product, maybe $4 or $5 product, and there's always somebody coming up there and helping you for you're trying to buy something for $3, $4, and they always come at you. But have you ever tried to buy a laptop? You're spending what, $20-some $100, and you call and nobody's available to help you. Why is that? Why? Companies, I mean, if you go and buy $5 product from one company and they care, there's somebody up there helping you. And then you buy $2,000 more product. Have you ever tried to get them online? Get service? Have you ever tried that? Why is it? Why companies like that, they don't care? Don't they think customer care about the service? So the expansion, this is a very important topic for new companies. That it's not good to expand without reason, and if you're not ready, if you forget to sell. Like FedEx, you order it, you send the product. You normally is there next day. But how about when you're flying? One of these airlines. How many times your luggage get lost? why don't the airline care? Don't they think people care about their luggage? I mean, FedEx, is a product you care and you product leader next day. Don't airlines care about their customer? So expansion always comes at a cost. The companies have to do a better job caring about the service. So if you expand without caring about service, you're going to suffer. So you have to be careful when you have product and customer expansion. These are some of the suggestions for achieving a supportive, growth-oriented culture. I talked about listening. I talked about we need to delegate duties, be flexible, continue to train employees. But one thing this is not talking about is what? It's talking about a lot of good things when you're ready to grow, but it's not talking about few key points. Talking about venture, vision, and mission. But one thing that is missing, and I just mentioned it, is customer service. That's why we have these issues. So a lot of companies become so that main slogan of tonight, main key point is that success can really breed failure. And there is many examples of them out there. Many of these companies that went under because they became too big, too fast, and they didn't care about customer service. These are some of the good things. Everybody knows that you have to bring more staff. Everybody knows that you have to listen. But are they listening? No, they're not listening. Because you try, call in and try to get some, if you bought something online, especially you spend $3,000 or $4,000, see if anybody's going to come up online and help you. So customer service has gone down in past decade. And U.S. still is the leading country when it comes to customer service. We all know that. Most of us live in another country, and you know, service doesn't even count. You go buy something, you know, it's just too bad if things are not working. At least service in U.S. is extremely important. But even U.S. companies have gone back. Service, if you look, evolving organizations have gone on the other way, gone to become more customer oriented, to care more about expansion. They just want to expand at all costs. And that's a huge mistake. And this is not a good example of evolving organizations. So sometimes you don't want to be too big. And I ran into that issue years ago when we were starting that organization. After our first conference, we just had too many attendees. One conference. We couldn't meet. If we cannot meet the demand, then the service will suffer. And it happened to me. It happened to our organization. We were set to manage around 100, 150. And when our organization became twice the size, and it always falls under leadership. And you don't have the staff, you cannot answer all customers. And one unhappy customer is too many. Because when you're unhappy, you go tell your friends. And this goes around and around, and the reputation of your organization and your company suffer